Okay, hello dear friend. Such a beautiful, beautiful day. And outside it's after 2 days of rains, the sky is so blue. And I went swimming and I already applied a layer of foundation. So there will be no program of putting foundation. I will just go ahead with my makeup. And I want to do this video mostly because I have received some comments on my video, and some comments are quite touching, and people spend so much time and thinking so deeply about things. It's very touching, so I think maybe I should do a blah 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 on my thought on it, and what they have made comments really deserve a dedicated blah 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 on it. Okay, first let's start with this one is almost finishing. Today I am going to finish it. So good. Makes me feel good. Put on my ooh, a bit too much. But it's okay. Oh, I'm finishing it. That moment when you finish something that you love, but everything has an end of their life. Nothing stays forever. 天下没有不散的筵席. There's nothing that stays forever. 千里搭长棚，没有不散的筵席，对不对？ Even the biggest event, there is an end of it. And when something, oh gosh, it's a little bit too white, but I will put some color, don't worry. So when something comes to the end, it is starting of a new thing. It could be good, it could be not so good. When one presidency finishes, it is time for a new presidency. Some people like the old one, some people do not like. Some people like the new one, some people do not like. But 风水轮回做, right? So things turns and change. There is nothing forever. And the only thing that is forever, that it is forever changing. And even in our relationship. So the other day, I was talking about in one of my videos, must be, and still the makeup video, I was talking about relationship. And one thing about relationship, the most important is freedom. So that you need your freedom to develop yourself. It's about our own integrity. People love us is because we are our very individual. We are the best version of ourselves, not because we are the best version of another person. if you know, if you listen to something like Got Talent, there are a lot of people that starts from imitating others, and because other artists already developed the style and made it successful, but eventually any artist who later on develop will become their own style, and they will develop their own style. So you may have time to learn from others, you may have a phase of your life, you compromise yourself, but eventually the goal is that you live out the best of yourself. If you do not have that goal, if you do not have that potential to develop yourself, then your value will not last. And we are loved because we are this unique person. We have this unique character. It's because we are different from others. I am being loved because I talk slow, because I do not have the ability to talk fast, and that's my weakness, and it's also my strength. I become loved because I am not smart, so I have to work hard to make myself better, to make myself understand things, because I do not understand a lot of things. And by walking up my way, I understand. And I understand it solidly because I learned it. It's not something that is in my, that is already there. I walk to know something like mathematics, something like physics. Physics we have not yet touched. Chemistry, language, because we are not yet there. So we have the potential to develop. I think the other day I got one friend commented on one of my saying. I think I didn't even notice. Is that imperfection is the perfection lacks potential. Yes, it is true. When you are perfect, you lack the potential to diversify yourself, to develop yourself, and to make yourself different and better, to become the better version of yourself, because you are already there. Anyway, so one friend, let's do blah blah blah. Shall we put some white, some light color? Why not? Doesn't hurt, right? I will put some 火眼金睛的 golden color here. Not too much. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay. And the relationship is a living thing. One friend mentioned the independence. The other day I was talking about the importance of independence. And today I want to talk mostly how to keep your relationship. and how to see the problems in our relationship and how to see it clearly and understand how to deal with those problems. Okay, there is one thing I tell my student, and I think the other day I told my student in class, they are still in 4th grade and 5th grade, and it might be a little bit too early to tell them, but that was a group of very troubled students, not troubled students. They are very smart and they are very difficult to control. And they are the students kind of have independent thinking. And if you talk with something more profound, they may have the ability to digest and understand the deeper meaning. Actually, everybody has this feeling. But those group of class that particular year was quite rebellious in that class. So I tell them, your worst enemy is your best friend. And everyone was shocked. How dare you to say this as a teacher? And then I tell them, the reason I say this is because if someone you care about, then they may hurt you because you care. If someone you do not care, they will never be able to hurt you because you do not care. So the girl said, oh, that is so true. And it is true. Just imagine our best friends in life. Oh gosh, that's a little bit too bright, like disco ball, and really like disco ball. Okay, let me soften it a little bit. Oh no, there's no way to do it. And okay, anyway, let it be. What can we do? So, in a relationship and in everything, it's because that person you care about, you put your heart and soul into that person. You are invested into it. So anything he says, she says, that person says, will have a big impact in your heart. His frown of the eyebrow or smile, any teeny tiny little thing, you care, and that is the good thing. It's only how much you care and how much you let your care to influence the other people. That is the delicate thing. Let me make myself a little bit more viewable to make those talks. Otherwise, you have to suffer your view to see my face and listen. Okay, I make myself a little bit more pleasant to your eyes. Let me finish them. Where were we? Okay, so because you care, so that person is important in your life, and that is one of the measure for your love. we get married because we love, because we know that person is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life, and I want to spend every day of my life with. If you do not have that feeling, that's another story. What I am talking today is about the people who marry for love, and who marry really for have good foundation. If to begin with your marriage is not with such good foundation, with other material thing or other things, it's beyond this discussion. I am talking about we really love, we really care, and how we improve our life. Gosh, I'm a little bit lost in my own thoughts. I actually, when I do the swimming pool, when I do the laps, I was thinking about, I almost recited some of my thoughts. Okay. So give ourselves the space. Before marriage, not marriage, we will talk about relation. Before you build up a relation, you have your complete energy set. And the other person has his or her complete energy set. And your energy set is complete. And you are very comfortable inside your own lifestyle. You can decide when to eat, what to eat, when not to eat, what not to eat. You can decide when to sleep, and you can decide where to go, what you do. You are in a very complete and comfortable state. And the other person also in a very comfortable state. But when the two get together, you build up a relation. You build up a relation, there will be interlaps. There will be two circles. There will be interlaps. And that intersection is the place you love, but your individual energy set will be cramped because it's you used to have a full circle space, and now you only have half or a portion of it. And really, that real estate of your mental field, your spiritual space is cramped, and also is loved, is cozied up. So it makes you feel loved, but that may not last forever if you do not have your own space. With time, you get comfortable with that state, with the two person, let's do this, with the two energy set, interwoven each other. And when one person travels, when one person does long time hours, when you separate, you will feel, suddenly there is an emptiness, and that is loneliness. By yourself, you are alone. You are not lonely. Why? Because you have a complete energy set, and it's a full circle. And only when we get together and we separate for some time, that is the time you feel that there is a hole in your heart, or there is a crescent in your heart that needs to be filled. And that's why we feel lonely. But with time, you will recover yourself and become your own energy set. With long time, this together and separate, you build up that ability to adjust yourself. When I need this coziness, and when I need that individual energy set, and that is very healthy. I think it's like our heart. We need 一张一弛, we need pump up and shrink, pump up and shrink. Our heart need to jump and rest, jump and rest. Our relationship also need that. So when a family has some of this, I personally feel when family has some of this free time in each individual, it is more sustainable. There is always room you can escape. There is always a reason that you can find yourself, and there is always time for yourself to regenerate yourself and nourish yourself. And that is important, and that is the way to keep this relationship stay longer. Okay, so when the relationship need roadblock, need problem, what do? We have those problems all the time since we were born. We like our siblings, brothers and sisters. We stay together, and if we are not together, we feel the family energy set is empty. And also, you may have friends, and just think about your best friend when you were young. I have another girl, is my best friend. We were together, but on the other hand, I had the strongest jealousy towards her, because we are so close, and she's always just this little teeny tiny little bit better than me, and she runs just this little teeny tiny little better than me, and however hard I try, I just could not reach there. And I think every one of us has this, that our best friend, we really feel, and there were times we even think evil. If she's sick, she will not participate this competition, and I can win. All these thoughts, we all have this. I do not know about you, but I have it. Maybe I am the only petty person in this world, but I very frankly tell you that jealousy of your closest friend, of the person that you invest the most, actually you are hurt by this person the most, or you are the most sensitive to this person. And also, when we were young, we have our best friends, and we play together, sleep over together, and go to school together. And every day she will wait in front of her door, and we go together. And every time we go back to school, we finish school, we go from her house first and my house second, and we meet together, we share eraser, we tell jokes, and we tell our secret stories. And one day she looked at another person. You will be the most hurt. I was the most hurt, because we care. And that is the same as our relationship, because our relationship on the other side is like our best friend, and we invest the most. And we became so close as our small friends. We had sleep over together, and now you married, you sleep every day together and you eat together, and you do all the activities together. So, but with our friends, we have time that we break up, or we have problem. I always have. I have. Do you have? I don't know if I am too unhealthy or not in the relationship. I feel that any relationship will have problem, and 哪有勺子不碰锅的，哪有勺子不碰碗的？用中文说。So in Chinese, your louche, your clock, your spoon will touch the bowl, and there will be always conflict, and there will be always problem from time to time. And that problem is actually the regeneration reason for you to develop that relationship. I have problem with my closest friend when I was young, and we do not talk. And after that, we do not talk for 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, something. And suddenly one day, we get together. And that moment was the best moment. And in my family, parents sometimes argue each other. And when they fight, after the fight, it's always the best of our life, of their family relation, of our family relation. So when we are good, but in any situation of our life, there will be problems and negativities. And because we are loving so much, the loving relation, the good relation, overcomes or cover up that negativity. But negativity is always there. It needs to grow until it grows into a big problem. It explodes. That moment is the hard moment, but that moment is the rebirth of our relationship. Don't be afraid of that moment. Allow that moment to happen. Then we grow and explode. All the negativity will disappear, and you build up a new relation from them. If you are a smart person, if you are a reasonable person, if you can use your brain to think, we can solve those problems. We allow difference to exist. And if we do not have time, our two energy set do not have time to separate, we can create some chance. I go for a coffee by myself in the Sunday afternoon, in the Saturday afternoon, and also you go to work, and in the weekend you go to a museum or you go to a concert by yourself. Intentionally do something like this, and when you still have good relation and make it into a norm, and nobody feels it's very comfortable. And when there is time, you need more of your time, it will not be so shocking. Imagine you are every day, anytime, staying at home, waiting for the other person to come back, or anytime when you are together, you do everything together, and you do not have that anytime separate. And suddenly you go to a coffee shop, suddenly you go to have dinner. I just want to have dinner by myself. So what? Yeah, when you have dinner, it will be a blow up, big deal. But slowly, if you always have some chance to do this, you go shopping by yourself, you go to a bookstore by yourself, you go to library by yourself, have something by yourself. What I am talking is about these people who always together. But for the people who always separate, even after marriage, they have their very individual life. Try sometimes do something together. What can be doing something together? Go to a burger shop together because it's cheap. You can both afford it. And you go to a ramen shop because it does not cost much. And what else? Go to shop some cereal, some vegetables together, because you always have chance to do something together. So make it healthy and start to build that habit. Start to build that habit and make intention in life. Allow separation, build separation, allow together, allow union, build union. And that is more sustainable and healthy. And on the other hand, their life is not always okay. On the other hand, life is not always smooth. Relationship will break up. There are times relationships do break up. And don't be afraid of it. A good quality relationship is worthy of keeping, and make effort to make it work. Whatever effort you need to take, make it. It's not praying not leave me. No, it does not work. It's not self-deprecating and become depressed and let other people have empathy, sympathy on you. If you lose yourself, I do not have sympathy on you. I do not like losers. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and do not ask for sympathy from other people. Nobody will give you sympathy if you are not strong. And do not say other people bully you, because you are bullied by your own fear. You are spiritually bullied by your own fear of yourself. Okay, that's a little bit mean to talk that way. So, where were we? A good relation and a good person deserve our effort to try to make it work. And if we do not try, there is only one way out, that is the relationship breakup. If we try, there are two results. One is that you amend this relationship. Another one is that, that person is really gone. That person's heart is growing out of this relationship. There is no way to solve. And let it be. So at least there are two chances. Make it work or not make it work. If you do not try, there is 100% not making it work. Do not ask for others to give you sympathy, because nobody will give you sympathy if you do not have yourself, if you lose yourself from the beginning. And On the other hand, what I want to say is that a low quality relation is not worth keeping. If you know your relation is low quality and every day you fight or not fight, not to talk, and just a lot of negative energy, it might be better to walk out of that relationship. How it will end up, every family is different. Every relationship is different. Some relationship choose to totally fight strongly, fight for property, fight for real estate. That is their choice. Some relationship choose to separate, your things is yours, my things is mine, and that is also. Some relationship choose to live under the same roof. You live your life, I live my life, and we just share the same property or same space. Everyone is different. Don't be afraid. If you are strong, if you are calm, if you do not lose yourself, you are not losing the battle. And in relationship, I do not believe in battle. It's not a fight. It's not a fight. It's living together. There are times we resign our job, we get away from job, we change job. There are times we change our family to look for another, we change our house to live in a new district. All these things happens, and the same as our relationship. There are things we just have these many years of faith together and accept it. Once you accept that it's okay that this relationship, I leave this relationship. Once you have this, you have more chance to live a better life. You have more chance that you win. And you have more chance, you make your life win. Not only you win, both of you win. Do not lose yourself and accept the worst. I always think when you are not afraid of death, which is the worst, what is even worse than death, let's say, if I do not die. Yeah. If you are not afraid of the last resolution, the worst case scenario, everything is better than this. And you can deal with anything in your life with confidence, with strength. So what if this relationship break up? Let it break up. I come back to my own complete energy set. I can still have my complete energy set, right? So, do not be afraid. Prepare for the worst. Once you accept the worst, everything is better off than the worst. That is not only spiritual right, it's scientifically right. Because anything below, anything above the bottom line is higher than the bottom line. And you stand at the bottom line. I love you, I really do. Do I look good? I wish you happy every day. I love you, I really do. Do 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 do. I'm sorry. Oh, that was too long.